Hello there, welcome to my channel. I normally do food reviews in the car, but it's just today I didn't feel like doing them in the car. So I got the Lean Cuisine maple bourbon chicken, white meat chicken with white and wild rice, pecans, sweet potatoes, and cranberries in a maple bourbon sauce. And yeah, lots of good ingredients that, can you see that? Can you see me instead? All right. So this is what it looks like. Looks like the sauce and the chicken's on one end and the rice is on the other. And it looks like there's an insane amount of sauce. Not much chicken. I can definitely see some wild rice, a little bit of sweet potatoes, tons of cranberries, and I smell pecan. I smell pecan, I smell chicken, and I smell a little bit of maple. But I mostly smell pecan. I'm just going to do the rice first. Why not? I love wild rice. I didn't think this was going to taste like wild rice because the majority of it's just regular white rice. But, wow. Let me get some of the sweet potato and cranberry. The cranberry is not very strong. It's there, but it's not overpowering. Sweet potato. Didn't have much flavor. But the wild rice is really pronounced. Which, again, I love wild rice. If you ever had wild rice before, it has like a nuttiness. Now, let's go for this. Tons of sauce. Like they drenched it. You know what? Let me just... There's a whole bunch of little pieces of pecan. At least on that bite. I love pecan. Pecan. I'm from Texas, so we have a lot of pecan here. Okay, the pecan, like you can really taste the pecan. There is some sweetness with the maple. It's very thick. It's almost like like when you baste, like sticky, like a basting. Look at that. It doesn't even, it's like almost like gelatinous. There's another piece of pecan again. There's a lot of pieces of pecan. There's a bitterness to the bourbon. With that pecan, that really works. Like, it really works. There's some smokiness now. But it's not overpowering smoky. Let me try the actual chicken. Like, all by itself. I'm sucking off all the... and then just chewing the chicken by itself. There's like nothing on it. I've had better, but I've also had way worse. A little dry. That's why they based it with so much sauce. But it doesn't taste bad. It's just the consistency is very dry. But it doesn't taste freezer burned or overly processed or rewarmed back up and then frozen and some weird taste. So now we're going to do a piece of chicken. Let me cut a little piece off because that piece is kind of big. They don't give you much chicken. Make sure I get some pecans with the rice. And see how cohesively it all works together. Some cranberries and all that. So this is going to be a big bite. Got a little bit of everything. It works. but there's not much too contrasting. Like it all just blends together, which is neither good or bad. It depends on what you want, right? But there's no contrast. Like, you know what I'm saying? By contrast, it all flows. Like it works. But it works in a way that I want the contrasting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to taste just this and just this separately or in the palate. And it all mixes up together and kind of just tastes like the bourbon. So I kind of rather eat it like separately. Yeah. I'm really surprised. Really, really surprised in this. I'm not saying it's salty, but I get the impression that it might be high in sodium. And total fat is 9 grams. This is for the whole container. Cholesterol, 12%. Total fat is 12%. Sodium is 700 milligrams, is 30%. So, that's kind of high. Protein is 17 grams, 24% of your allowance in just this. I'll definitely get it again. I wish the chicken wasn't as dry. I think there's grill marks on the side. Oh, there is. Look at that. Let me just taste that part and tell you if it tastes grilled or not. Not really. I love this, and I'm going to get it again. I just wish there was less salt. Even though I taste a lot of wild rice, I wish they just gave you a little bit more. I love the fact that they put a lot of pecans in here. Like, you can really taste the pecans. And I don't like the fact that the chicken's dry. But I can live with it enough that I'll get it again. But if there's only one thing that I could choose, is lower the sodium. You can always add salt to a dish. You can't take it out once it's already made, right? And there's a lot of sauce. So, for some reason, I like the sauce with the chicken, and I like the chicken with the rice. But for some reason, I'm not digging the sauce with the rice. I find it takes away from the rice flavor and drenches it, because the sauce has an insane amount of flavor. Like, they were not skimpy. Like I said, it's almost like a, instead of a sauce, it's almost like a base that you based on meat for it to stick there, you know. And to each their own, but I really like the rice all by itself. It has its own flavor. I'm really shocked that I wish they would put some pecans on the rice. Little pieces. Keep it in the sauce. Like I said, I'm really shocked how much of a wild rice taste, how much flavor this has, even though you're not getting much wild rice. And I'm really delightfully shocked. I will definitely get this again. For sure. It doesn't taste salty, but there's something to it that told me that this has pretty much a lot of salt. And it wasn't from the rice, it was from that sauce. Because of the sweetness of the sauce, something told me they added salt to that sauce to keep the sweetness from overpowering the entire dish. And what, 700 milligrams of sodium, I was right. But it has awesome things in there, like wild rice, sugar, orange juice concentrate, dried cranberry, spices, chicken broth, bourbon, butter, cream, salt, dark balsamic vinegar, orange juice and concentrate again, garlic, molasses, maple syrup. Not artificial, maple syrup. So, contains a bioengineered food ingredient. It's kind of hard to stay away from nowadays, right? Especially like the dollar stores, like Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree. If you go down the aisles, you'll see a lot of contains bio GMO. It's getting everywhere, right? You know. Did it say product of Switzerland? No. Oh, oh, because it's Nestle, it's used by permission. Okay, because I was gonna say I don't think this is imported all the way from Switzerland. Contains wheat, milk, soy, and pecan. Um, at first I thought this was dairy free. I'm glad I took my lactose pill because I read it earlier before I did the review. You know, there's dairy in it, but I do like the fact that look, everything's right here. Calories, fat. Calories are 350. Saturated fat is 2 grams. Sodium 700, 30%. I'm seeing something that's higher, but I would be hoping at least like 450 would be better. 17 grams of total sugar, 17 grams of protein. I'm giving this a solid 9. Will I get it again? Oh, yeah. The cranberries reminds me of like a Thanksgiving type of a thing. But the richness of that bourbon and the bitterness contrasting with the sweetness and then that smokiness afterward, and not to mention the wild rice taste, it just brings up a frozen meal to a whole other level. You know what I'm saying? So that's my review. Please comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what other foods you want me to try, but that's only to my subscribers. Don't forget to look in the comments and or the description, and I might throw some goodies in there, like a way to support this channel and so forth and so on. So, and I'm going to have a Q&A. That's another thing, too. When I get 1,000 subscribers, I'm throwing a huge party. I'm going to have a huge Q&A. Ask me anything. All kinds of goodies. Giveaways, all kinds of stuff. And as I get closer, as a matter of fact, when I hit 500 or right before I hit 500, I'll probably have a huge giveaway too. So please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. And tell your friends and family, relatives, and so forth and so on about this channel. Yes, my reviews are long, but like they're very detailed. And when companies send me food, I'm not like biased. If I don't like it, I'll tell you. And I've done it before on this channel, and I will continue to. So until next time, happy holidays. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.